Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Aditya Tomar, your host for the evening. Guys, today we are going to discuss about productivity, right? How the productivity is really important if you are starting your online business, how the productivity help you to give the best conversions. This is one word which everybody knows, but the right application of this word mostly don't do, right? If you talk about the people who are in the online space and who are doing really good conversions, who are who are making lots of money, this principle they are following, and they are paying very strict attention on this principle, how they can convert their leads into the conversions and how they get the best leads, how they make their day more productive than others, right? So before starting this session, I'm your host Aditya Tomar, the business growth expert. Let me share my screen, and today we are in Today Hub webinar, right? And hopefully everybody knows. Before starting, let me show you my profile and Tutti Hub, what this platform is all about. It's a really great platform which developed by lots of good developers of VKRall, and has been working. This platform is working from past around 2.5 years. So let me share that screen with you, and just type in the comment box if you can see me. Just type yes. If you can hear me or see me and hear me, just type yes. If you can't, just type no, so that I can check my connection as well, if everything is working or not. Just let me check myself as well whether my connection are working perfectly fine. Okay. Yeah, it's working perfectly fine. So, thanks, Rishabh, for this feedback. So, let me share first my screen with you. Let me just hold on. Let me open the Tutti Hub platform. This is the platform that you can see right now, right? Let me just hold on. Let me open my face as well. Yeah. Hopefully you can see me as well, right? So this is the platform that we are having, and this is a webinar at 5:30 which we do. We are working on three principles in this platform: is learn, work, and earn. We are talking. We have covered every entity in this ecosystem, where the people are from the learning phase, or whether the people are looking for the jobs, internships, or the people who are just started their companies and looking for the teams, or looking the projects or the services. So we have make ecosystem, and that this system has been developed from the scratch. That's the beauty of it. This system has been developed from the scratch, and this system has been developed by best developers that the VKROL is having. From past 2.5 years, right? So this is how the system has worked, right? So what the it's let me show you this cloud, right? It's connecting with different entities like scholars, corporate, campus, consultant, institute, and affiliate. What the Tutti have done over here is it has tried to connect every entity and give the best services to every entity which they require time to time to grow their businesses, to grow their influence in the market, right? So this is we have focus on this, and this is our cloud, which is the different services we are providing depending upon if you are scholars, if you are corporates, if you are a consultant, or if you are an institute, or if you are a affiliate. So everybody has, because these are the entities which are connected among themselves, and they are servicing, or they are sharing their services to each other. So that's why the system is developed like that, right? So you can have the question banks, question papers, guest papers, online exams for the people who are looking any kind of a learning from this platform, right? And the people, if suppose, let me tell you, suppose if I'm a corporate, right, and I want to hire somebody, right? If I'm a startup, I'm not talking about those companies which is having already a big talent acquisition team with them, right? I'm talking about those companies which is just starting their entrepreneur journey, right? They are just started their company, and they're looking the quality candidate. They don't have any kind of expertise to hire the right people, right? They don't have the time also. So our pre-assessment, which I think yesterday Pranjal already given that webinar regarding the pre-assessment. So our pre-assessment helps them to identify the right candidate. So what our team do is they call the candidate, they give that pre-assessment to them. Whatever he do, that the analysis of that test is seen by the corporate at the back end. So this is kind of a system we have made for the corporates, so that the corporates who don't have the right resources in the starting, and who looking for right resources for their companies in the starting, it will really help them. So this is the online exam. That's why the online exam is there, right? We have the internships for the scholars actually. The job posting for the companies, job applying for the candidates, project posting for companies or freelancers, or any entity who looking for some kind of a small projects to be done by the different freelancer in the market. They can post their projects, right? The services. If I'm having the services like I can do a good designing, I can do the marketing, I can do the content writing, so they can post their services over here. Courses and admissions are for the institute, especially when they are looking for the courses to be promoted, right? And looking the admissions according to their courses. So that's the platform that we have developed. This is the recruitment team, which is exclusively done by the 2T Hub team for the different corporates, and they are connected with different campuses for their fresher hirings or their lateral hirings. The placement, so both the things has been managed by the 2T Hub. Career news is exclusively handled by, as of now, 2T, but it's a platform where the people can post their, the latest news that are coming to help other people. So the career news, all the job notifications, government exams, so whatever the papers are going on, exams are coming up. So all the notification you will see over here, right? And the forum are for the discussions that we have developed. Feeds are the latest happening in the on this platform. Articles for to give the latest case studies, what the people are doing in the market, and the marketing is for to the lead generation, which the 2T Hub doing exclusive right now. But we welcome if the people are like to do the looking for the leads who for their businesses, and if the companies are looking good companies where they get the quality leads from them, so you can register our 2T Hub and you can contact us directly. We will help you to give those clients. We are doing lead generations for different companies and hiring for different. This is the two services which is right now exclusively 2T Hub is doing, but we welcome all the partners. If they want to register on this platform, they can register with us and they can share their services, and we will help them to get the business. So this is all a 2T Hub we are having. And now let me take back you to today's topic. Yeah. So before moving further, a brief introduction about me, right? I'm Aditya Tomar, having experience of around 15 years, right? And I've started different companies in last 9 years. I've started the VKROL company, which is the software company, which the 2T Hub has been developed by the VKROL company in last 2.5 years, right? This is the company which is working on the mobile application development, consulting, and website end-to-end solutions, right? And this company is having a team of around 22 people right now, so it's doing good. From past 9 years, I'm running this company, right? This is the platform that we have developed, which is the webinar we do every 5:30. This was the product of VKROL that has been started in 2017, but right now it's a complete different company, no relation with the VKROL. So it's a complete different company which is running and doing its services in the market, right? This is the new agency that I have started for especially for the digital learning and the digital marketing. If somebody is looking for digital learning, so I have a specific course step by step where the people can learn and they can take these things to the next level. Guys, let me tell you, whatever the courses I'm having, right, whatever the things I'm teaching to my students, whether they are business owners, whether they are learners, whatever the people are, we are very much we are not teaching anything theoretically, right? We are teaching everything which is the way we are getting the results from last 9 years, right? And what is running in the market, which gives the influence, which helps them to build the influence and then generate the business. If you think just reading a course or just having a course will help you, it will not, because until unless if you are the right influence in the market, nobody like to take the product from you, right? So uh, I will today, I will, on this topic, I will give you a very, very good update, right? You will see, what I'm talking about, right? So if you are looking any kind of a learning from myself or my adityatomar.in, you can just go to askadi.co/learn. It's a special course that I am running right now, so 30 days, and you can be the master of this online space, right? And if you are looking for any kind of services, if you already looking for quality lead generation from some trusted company, then you can contact my team. It's askadi.co/work. So this is all me and about my companies, right? So, so this is the new the creative that I got from my team. Uh, don't let your dreams be dreams, right? I mean, if you are dreaming something, take the action. This is the right time you can take the action, because at this point of time you are, if I say, suppose whatever the part of the world you are in right now, whatever you do, the traveling time is almost zero, right? You have more time with your family, right? And you can have more time for yourself as well. So you can improve, or you can take those dreams into the action which you were dreaming from long time, right? Now, so today's the agenda of this webinar is talking about productivity, right? Like guys, this is the topic that I have taken today, because this is something which gives which make you to understand how much result or how much result you can get, right? If your productivity is not, I mean, if the productivity is not as per the dream that you are having, right? Then you will shake that business. I mean, whatever the business you can take, whatever the work you can take, right? Because if the productivity is not as per the company will not work with you, right? If the productivity is not as per your dreams, your business will not grow, right? If the productivity is not fruitful, then you will shut down that business, right? And you will back to the same journey that you were doing earlier, safe and sound, right? Whatever. I mean, I'm not saying any kind of a job right now. I'm not talking about any kind of business right now. I'm just talking uh, about you. It's all about you. Whether you are starting your online business, whether you are starting your job, or whether you are starting your any offline business, right? So let me give 4 points over here, right? What the topic that I'm going to cover in this, right? The first one that will be is focus, right? These are not the words, right? If you apply them correctly, if you apply them with the right strategies or right mindset, then you get the real meaning of them, right? And then only you will get the result, real productivity from you, right? Focus, right? We will be talking about in details about the focus, right? Then key activities, because whatever the hours you are working, whether you are working for yourself as a entrepreneur or as a business owner, whether you are working for some company, key activities is always important, right? You have to identify those, whatever the key activities are, right? Then the third point is distractions. This the point, I would say, it's a killer. It's a killer of, I mean, it's a killer to get the results from you, because this this will take your hell lot of time, right? If this will take your hell lot of time in a day, right? When you see your day, if you're working, suppose if you're working 10 hours, but if you calculate that 10 hours, right, you will not see you have done any fruitful work. And how that fruitful work comes into the picture is Uh, for the business owner, especially, they talk about how much money they have earned, right? If I talk about as a business owner, if I talk about how much money I have made today, so that's the productivity, right? How many project I have closed today, how many invoices I have able to made my from my team today. So that's the productivity that I'm having, right? Similarly, if the person who are into a job, right? So for them, it's like how much the target that they have. I think most of the companies, if I talk about the good companies or big companies, they have the they have the targets, right? Milestones. Everybody has. I mean, whether it's a small company, whether it's a big company, everybody has. So that milestone, if we are not meeting on that time, suppose we have a first milestone is about 10 days. If you are not meeting that time in the 10 days, so the 11 day or 12 day or 13 day or 14 day, whatever the time you are putting in, you are costing that is costing to you as a company owner and the person who's working, that also feeling that pain, right? Lots of companies are very strict onto this part, right? Because every contract every contract build on those terms, right? It makes sense. That's why once you get higher in the company and the level is higher, the more responsibilities you get on your shoulders, right? More responsibilities about the deliveries, right? That's the key, right? And the fourth point is control attention span. How much your attention span will be, and what all the attention you should pay, or how you can make your day productive, what all the things you have to do, right? So just type in the comment box if you are in my different webinar, if you are on different channels. Do you think is it making sense to you? Uh, just type in the comment box yes or no. Do you think it's really making sense? Just yes or no. Just hold on. Let me share my screen again to the people who are in my. Just hold on. I'm sharing my session again. Just hold on. Okay. So so I think it's working fine now. Just type in the comment box yes. So just type in the comment box. Is it making sense to you or not? Right. So let's discuss every point, everything by point, right? So let's talk about the focus, right? How this focus you have to get, or whatever the things you have to really focus on, right? So let's talk about those points. Uh, Suppose, let me tell you, if you are focusing something, right? If you are really focusing something, you are putting your all energy in it. Let me take you an example. I think once, right now, I don't know how many do that. Once we are kids, right, we take that, that the light from the sun, right, on a glass, which concentrate, in the laser focus, right, it concentrate on the paper, or the leaves, whatever the dry leaves are there, and that energy totally laser focus and gives the fire, right? So similarly, if you are really looking for conversions, I'm talking about conversion. I'm just connecting the focus and the conversions, how you will get it, right? How you will get the leads, how you will get whatever, if you have the leads, then how you can get the conversions. If you are looking for leads, how you get the leads, right? Don't be much dependent on just the ads will work for you, right? The ads ad copy, right? The ad copy will work only if your focus is uh, in the right direction, right? So focus is directly proportional to your, I mean, focus will gives you the energy, right? And when you are focusing on something, you are putting your all energy to get the results. Make sense? Because if you are looking for the results, then you have to put your all energy. Then only you will get the results. Otherwise, trust me, guys, you will spend your whole day without achieving the desired result. It means that over here, you should be you should be laser focused to put all your energy to get the desired results, right? You can I have let me take in this example. Do you think, I mean, nowadays mostly I see the ads which comes in the, when I scroll my Facebook or whatever, the I mean, internet browsing I do, right? I see lots of ads, right? And which says that just working for 5 minutes or working for 1 hour, you can build your business. Do you think any big business can be built with the part time? It can't be, right? Because you can understand that when you are looking for the results, right? When you are looking for the conversions, you have to put lots of energy. Then only, it's not like that you're just sitting at home, right? I mean, generally people, because I've seen those ads, right? But generally, let me tell you guys, the person who are getting those results, trust me, his number of hours, the number of hours to getting those results are high. It's not it's not it's not 1 hour game. It's not 1 hour game, or it's not just 30-minute game or whatever the people commit that. If let's take an example. If we are doing the webinars, just an example, if you're doing a webinar daily, right? Before coming to the webinar, we have to be very laser focused, right? What we are going to say, or whatever we are going to share the knowledge, that should be there. That's, I mean, if you have seen the Pranjal or Asap, they have the right PPTs. If you have seen, I have the right points. It means that it will take time to think, right? If the focus is not there, I can't give the right knowledge sharing, right? We can't give them the right knowledge sharing. So similarly, if if somebody is commit that you this course will help you to get the results in just I mean, we're just working for 1 hour. Trust me, those doesn't work, right? You can the people who are building those kind of things, they already working so hard to get to get that kind of I mean, whatever the result they show. I'm not saying they are faking something. They are definitely getting the sales, right? They are definitely getting the good results. Just because of they are having followers, they are having influence in the market, and they are getting the good results already, right? So just think on those notes, right? If you want something to be, I mean, something to be achieved, then you have to put your lots of energy, right? And you have to put your lots of focus on that. Then only you will get the results, right? A desired results. Then only you will take that company to the longer way, right? If your focus is not there, trust me, uh, you will shut down that company within 2 months, 1 month, 6 months, whatever the time you will take, right? Whatever the work you will do, if you have started your own journey, right? If the focus is not there, you can't achieve the results. Make sense? Now, let's talk about let's talk about the key activities, right? What is the key activities which every person is having, right? Uh, just think on those notes, guys. If somebody, I'm just taking an example. If somebody is getting good results, right? If somebody, if I take about around 4% or around 10% of the people or 5% of the people who are getting the good results, right? The kind of the frequency they are having of doing the work is totally different. It's not to the people that are doing 80% or 90% of work, right? I mean, the kind of frequency they are having. They are having totally different way of doing the work, right? They also having a 24 hours. Thus, the difference is that, I mean, the kind of a key activities they have identified for them, and they are literally focusing on those key activities, right? They are literally focusing on, then only they are getting the results. If you don't identify your key activities, that's why I think every company having a KRA, right? That's the reason the company exists, gives the KRA, right? Because you know what the work to be done, and if you are running your own company, you have to identify what the work you have to do for yourself, right? So that you can take that thing ahead. If you can't identify, it will be very tough. And I think in my last webinar, I've already discussed, try to be independent. Don't be dependent on anybody. If you if you are in a job, or if you want to start your own venture, try to be independent. Just start your journey, or just start that work by yourself. Trust me, the kind of a learning you will get from that is totally unmatchable, right? So what we have to do is, we have to identify the key activities while working, right? So the key activities, what there are six key activities which I have identified, right? The first one is eat. I mean, these are the key activities. I'm talking about in the general. I'm not talking about some like a coding. I'm talking about those key activities which every person does, right? Which every person does, and which is required also, right? Eat, sleep, work, self. I mean, yourself. I mean, about you, your mind, your body. Because if you are not taking your your health seriously, then it will cost you a lot, right? Then it will be like upgrading your skills, right? And do stuff or take action. So these are the six keywords, right? Which is really really important, right? And just trust me, guys. Just let me know. Let me tell you, guys. You already. I mean, you only having 24 hours, right? And you have to do all, because these are the key things which required to be I would say successful, right? Which required to get I mean I would say to get the right results, right? If you are not eating properly, right, again you are not justify. I mean, you are not taking care of you very well, right? If you're not sleeping properly, again the day will not go well. Make sense? If the work that you have decided, if you're not on time, or if you started as per the schedule, then again it will hamper you, right? If you're not working on yourself, right, again that will hurt you. If your health is not good, right, then how you can deliver good things, how you can be productive enough, right? Then upgrading your skills, uh, I mean the learnings, the self learnings, right, or whatever the skills you need to upgrade, you have to think on those notes as well, right? And the actions that you have to apply. These are the key activities which everybody does. Yeah, everybody does all these things, right? Everybody do all these things, and if you are not doing them in a proper way, right, definitely it will hamper your uh, day work, right? Now let me tell you guys how to get productive, to get the conversions for your business, is that you have to make a timetable, right? Let me tell you, earlier I, I I was not thinking that much, right, on those things. It's just that I've seen that, I've identified that if you are having a, well, I'm talking about Monday to Friday, because those are the working hours for every business, every for you as well, for I'd say for every company, for every business, right? Monday to Friday, I'm talking about because I'm very strict about these timelines, right? So if you are following these things, right, because you have to take care lots of things in a day, right? If you are having these timetables, right? If when we were in school, we have the timetable. Then only we promoted to the the exams comes. Got promoted to the next class and a class and all having a timetable, right? That's why those are the standard methods, and definitely the process should be there. Right? If you don't have any kind of process for yourself, you will not be productive, right? You will not get the results as you want, right? Now, these are the key areas, right, where you have to identify how much hour you have to give to what. Because this these two things, if I talk about these two things will take your, I mean, if I say 7 hours idle, 6 to 7 hours. Sleep is mandatory. If you are sleeping less, then definitely you will be hurting your health on the later stage. And trust me, guys, it's really important to keep yourself fit or keep yourself uh, healthy, right? And this will take around your, if I talk about minimum, right, 9 hours. It means that more around 70% of your time, right? It's a minimum time. Rest, whatever you are doing, you have to manage, or you have to plan that very wisely, because this is the kind of I mean, this thing everybody does, right? I'm talking about somebody works I mean 12 hours as well, right? Somebody works less than that, but if you are working that much, or if you are not sleeping well, again you are you have to identify how what to do and how to do, right? Rest, whatever the things are, it's you can transfer your hours accordingly, but these are the two things which are taking around your 80% of your time, right? If 80% or 70% of your time, I would say, yeah, around it's taking around your 80% time, right? 80% time you are investing in this. It's in both the cases are 80%. 20% time is left, right? Which you have to eat as well. You have to do the exercise as well. You have to upgrade your skill as well, and whatever the stuffs are, right? Now, now let's talk about the third point only, because we are here about work, right? We are here about conversions. We are here about to get the good results for us. So now, what do you have to do? The work, the 9 hours that you are spending, because that is the 9 hours which require you only, nothing else, nothing else. In that, if 9 hours, I'm taking about your lunch as a let's say around lunch is having around 8.30, right? I mean, around 8.5 hour, right? If I talk about you have taken the lunch as well, right? So 8.5 hour. Do you think you really work 8.5 hour? I don't think so. Literally, I don't think so. The person who can productive enough for 8.5 hour, definitely that person might be getting awesome results. Awesome. I mean, he must be earning more than you can say must maybe 1 lakh per day, maybe possible that, or maybe 5 lakh per day or 10 lakh per day, right? So this 8 hours of your work you have to make productive, right? And anyhow, and this productivity will help you to grow your business from one level to another. Guys, this kind of a knowledge nobody says in the courses, right? They always talk about the plugins, the tools, XYZ. Trust me, guys, once you start implementing all those things, right, by yourself, it will you will not get the results the way the people shows, because it will, I mean, I'm not saying you will not ever get the results, you will get the results, right? But if you don't have the right focus, right, if you don't have the right like I said, if you don't have the right focus towards them, then you will not get the results, and you will say, ah, these courses don't work. How those people are getting the results who are sharing their knowledge? Because they know these skills, right? They know how to get the conversions, the kind of a focus they want, right? So work hours around 8 hours, everybody has around 8 hours work hour, and you have to make it more productive. So what you can do, what the right strategy, right? Let me take this like this, which we apply, because being a small company, it's really matter to us that whatever the people are working with us, whether it's small, right? We can't have the big team, because right now we don't have that much of plans, right? We are happy whatever the people are working with us. We are looking quality people to work with us, right? So we always start with the plan. If not the verbally, it's all about the plan. The written plan should be there. This written plan, I always say to every members of my team, you should write your plan. What's your target for the day, right? And you, being a normal person also, right? I'm not talking about the person who's running the company. I'm just talking about being, if you are into a business, you have to write your plan. What you have to do today, just write it. It's not about just think it. If you're thinking, trust me, you will not analyze your productivity. Just write it. What you have to do. I mean, you can just like if I say, you can say 2 hours business meetings, right, or team meetings, right? 2 hours. If I say, if my principal says this thing. Let me tell you my principal what says that. If I have to invest around 8 or 9 hours, right? So I'm right now I'm cutting the traveling time, right? So my 5 hours or 4 to 5 hours, find new customers. This is my principle. I don't care about anything in these 5 hours. Sometimes, definitely, sometimes the priority changes according to the situations. I'm not saying this is the robot or this is the kind of a thing, the machine. You're not a machine, right? You're a human, right? Just remember that you're not a machine, you're a human. Priorities comes according to the situations that you have to respect, right? Sometimes your family, you need your time a lot. Sometimes your company, you need the time a lot. That's according to the priorities, right? So, but if you are starting your journey in the online space and you want to be successful, you want to be, I mean, you want to show those kind of a results to other people that you are doing good or whatever. I mean, if you want to be get satisfied that I have a dream. That's why I say, don't let your dreams be just dreams. Just apply the actions, right? And right actions is mandatory. If you are thinking vague term, then you will not get the results that you are expecting, right? So just to 4 to 5 hours, right? 4 to 5 hours I always give to find new customers. Whatever, if I find new customer yesterday, I give that team handling to my team, or I make that plan on that day and give send the mail to my team. That's it. That's only you can grow, right? If you're not getting the customers on, if you're not focusing the new customers on every day, being in a small business, being in a small industry or whatever the journey you are having. I'm not talking about once you have the big teams, once you have the people who can generate the business for you. I'm just talking about once you're starting your own company, because this is a 2T Hub is more focusing on the startups, right? Because we know we have come from that journey. We know the pains of the startups, right? Right resources we can't get when we are starting our company. The right mentoring we need. That's why people we I think Asta do all the mentoring kind of a stuff, because that's required by the small startups as well, right? So 4 to 5 hours you have to invest to find new customers, right? And rest, whatever the 3 hours or if I say 3 to 4 hours I left, I gives to different sections of my life. Whatever. I mean, if I talk about in work, I give to my team if they required whatever the things are, or some projects are going on, some things are need to be discussed, some team meetings to be need to be planned, like 1 hour for a team meeting, mailing, and all. Now you can understand. It's let me just hold. It seems right now it seems a perfect plan, right? Because 5 hours I'm giving, right? And I have to be productive. It's not just planning and without any focus I get the results. It's not like that. I have to be 100%. Like I've given an example. If you want to burn that paper or that leaves, you have to be laser focused. Then only you get the results. Like if you want from the sunlight, you want to burn that paper, then you have to have the give the laser focus lighting on that, right? Similarly, if I want the customers, then I have to be very laser focused. I'm not able to take the time to distract myself in these 4 hours. Now, let's talk about what distract you, right? What distract us? What mm, what what not help us to get these productive hours for ourselves? Because once you write the plan, right? Trust me, guys. Whatever the plan you have written, right, and analyze that plan. I'm not talking about the plan just doing the work. I'm just talking about the productive output. Suppose you have planned that I have today I will get 10 clients, right? You have planned that, right? But that is that has been achieved or not, depending upon the kind of activity you have done to achieve those, right? So write that plan and analyze that plan in the 2 days after next day. You can analyze that how much productive work you have done, right? So now what the problem occurs, right? And trust me, I in the starting I have given one example that you have to be laser focused, right? You have to put your energy to get the results. Then only you can burn that paper or leaves, right? So the distractions are, let me tell you, social apps, whatever. I mean, whether your Facebook, whether your notifications, whether your Telegram, whatever the notifications comes to your apps, it distracts you, right? And let's talk about why. I mean, it's generally what I have gone through is once you are focusing so much, right? If somebody is ping you, or if somebody, you know, calls you, and if you take that call, right, then whatever the energy you have put in to get the desired result, then again taking you the same kind of a mindset, it will take time. It will, at least it will take. I mean, if I say you are on the notification for just 1 minute or one, I mean, let's say 30 seconds, right? Then to come back to that level again, it will take you around 10 minutes, right? So that kind of a distractions you have to remove. I mean, you have to remove while working. You have to remove those kind of a distraction, or you have to be make those things. This was the reason. Like when I was starting my company, at that point of time, I met one person, right, who was I mean, who was in my society, right? So he has asked me how you will start your company. The general answer I was having is at that point of time that I will try to run my company from home first. That person laughed at that point of time. He said to me that if you are planning to start your company from home, trust me, you will not able to grow. I mean, I said I don't have much funds, right? I don't have funds to take the place on rent and hire a team and all. He said me, I mean, he has given me the right advice that come out from your home, right? Take a place, whatever it costs according to the budget, right? And start taking those liabilities, because once you start, once you are coming from that home, right, and sitting at your where there is nobody to disturb you, at your office or whatever. I mean, that's why the office makes sense more. Whenever nobody's there to disturb you, then the focus will be more, right? And you have to, you have the responsibilities also. Then how the person be more, more productive or more responsible once he has the responsibilities, right? Once he has, if I say, just take an example, if the person who just started his job, right, and if that person having no uh, liability on his shoulder, right, I would say no EMIs or something like that, right, that person is free bird, right? If he want, if he's not happy with something, he will say I'm not happy, I'm leaving this, right? But the person who having the liabilities, he will take the things very seriously. If he is working 8 hours in a day, he want to be the 8 hours the most productive, so that he gets the best growth. If you're running your own company, if you have a team on your shoulders, then you will be more focusing how to get the things to be done right, so that you get the productive output from you as well, and from the company as well. So that's why the responsibilities make you more. I would say the liabilities. I would say not responsible. The liabilities make you more responsible person when you're starting your journey, right? So the social apps, if you are using the social apps, it will distract you a lot, and definitely it will kill your time. If I say I use, for me, definitely, because when I see myself, uh, how I get, how, because I can't avoid to take the calls, because of the kind of a culture I'm the kind of a work profile I'm having. I can't able to I can't take my calls, so I can't able to take that pain that I should not able to take the calls, right? I have to take the calls. And if I talk about in my productive hours or whatever the working hours, it will make me less productive, because I'm lots of time I'm taking the calls, right? Because the 50% of the time I have to find new customer, right? This is the ideal if you want to grow. Then I have planned this in a different way. How, at what time I have to focus the new customers. At that point of time, nobody disturbed me, right? Whatever the time I have to focus this, because I can't avoid calls or social apps, because that's a kind of a business I'm having, right? Then chatting, right? Chatting also kills lots of your time kills. And you will, because I'm just talking about all those things which kills your time, and at the end, once you shut down your day, or once you over your day, you will see how much work I have done, what I did, how much productive I was. Did I able to get any new clients? Did I able to complete that work which has planned in the day? So these are the reasons, right? Then family also. Right now, uh, the kind of a situation we are in, if we are working from home, right, we have to be, we have to be, uh, I would say, I mean, separate from the family right now, because then only I can give the productive results to my company, or whatever the place I'm working with. That's why, if you are starting your company, if you are starting your online journey, if you are starting your business, just come out from your home, take the place. If, I mean, once this lockdown will be over, or you can, then only you can see the results, because that one place where you will be alone, because once you're starting your journey for the first time, you will be alone, right? Nobody will be there for you, right? So at that point of time, lots of learning you will get, right? So these are the distractions, but this is also a need, right? We are not a machine, we are a human, but we have to plan all those things, right? For me, the most of the family time is weekends. I don't work much on weekends. In fact, let me tell you, we are not a big company. We are a small company, right? And the clients we got, it's generally those clients we are who are looking to build their apps, who are looking to build their websites, who are just in that mode that they want to start their business or they want to start their product, right? They always say to me, especially, Aditya, why you don't like to work on weekends? You are not a MNC, you are not a big company, you are not having that kind of a leverage that you should work only 5 days. My first answer is I want to be have a balanced life, right? If I'm not giving the time to the family, then what the use of it doing that work? Make sense? Because you have to be plan your day so that everything is important, right? And you have to plan that day in that way so that you will feel happy at the end, right? So the family also one of the part which comes into distraction, friends, calling and all, right? And these also are necessary. So weekends are for friends, right? Generally, I mean, for me, I now it's very less, but weekends when I was in job, we used to have parties on weekends only, right? Calls. So these are the points which kills your lots of time, right? And trust me, guys, these are the killer killer in your productivity. If you can manage, if you can isolate them in your working hours, right? If I say when I'm for my business, when I'm looking for the clients, right? When I'm looking for the clients, I try to make me isolated from these things. Then only I can able to generate the business for my company, right? And I do need to plan that how I can isolate them once I am working on this, right? Make sense? So this is how you can be more productive, right? If you are whatever the distraction is going on, you can make a side in your productive hours, right? In your productive hours, you can think that keep them aside, right? And this is my time so that I can generate whatever the dreams I'm having, whatever the business I have planned, whatever the job I'm doing, so that I can get the best growth, I can get the best business or revenue from the market. So this is how you should plan once you're starting your journey, and definitely this is really important. This is my working mantra, right? I plan all this in like this. Otherwise, I have one more working mantra of always planning to create multiple income streams, because that gives the liberty to invest more and to work in a different direction, right? Now, now we are talking about how how we can be, what the attention span should be, how we can control the attention span, right? So this is the one thing which I have already talked about, what the distractions are, right? So let's talk about how we can do the productive work in a day, right? I mean, how what the things to be, I mean, what's the right thing to do, right? How I can grow myself, how I can grow my company, how I can grow being an individual wherever I'm working, right? So let's talk on those things. Stop multitasking. Earlier, let me tell you one my example. You can see, I'm having different companies, right? What earlier, I'm having few franchises as well, right? I was thinking at that point of time that if I am having a multiple things, right, then I will be more productive. I will be having more leverage. But that's not true. That's not true. If you are keeping yourself busy in multiple things, trust me, you can't take the productive output from any of the work that I have experienced, because that's why I have find the right partners for my every company. If you want, if you're doing the multitasking, if you think simultaneously you can do multiple jobs, trust me, you will burn your lot of money, and you will not be productive enough. Just identify your one focus channel. As I said, uh, focus uh, require energy, and energy, with that you will get the result. So if your focus will be on one thing, then you can get the results, right? If that should be like, you should be focusing on one thing, and that one thing is driving the many things. That can be happen. But if you think my focus will be multiple direction, right, and I get the results, I will not. That's why I always prefer, once we are working, we distribute the work. I mean, that's why the companies also distribute the work, right? Everybody can't do everything, right? So that's the reason we have to distribute the things as much as we can, and we have to work on our productivity, which help us to grow, which help the company to grow. Make sense? This is how you get the conversions as well, guys. I mean, if you are focusing the leads, let me take an example. Conversions don't happen like this only. Let me tell you. Right now, the real example. Every day, I at 9:30 I do the webinar for free for my audience that I'm having. Right, whatever I say, because at that point of time, my total energy, my total focus is on that webinar. Right, I'm not thinking about anything. So when I say, the kind of a convincing power is there, right? The people like to listen, and then the people like to take that course or take that whatever I'm at the end I'm promoting, right? That's why with this kind of a webinars, I'm able to generate, right. Right now, what I did is, my total focus is this one, whatever I'm doing. But this webinar is going to drive my three things. What? My 2T hub, my VK role, my I mean consulting coaching stuff, right? Just hold on. Yeah. So it means that this now it's a laser focus. I'm just concentrating this, right? This is Tomar.in is for learning, for digital marketing. This is for development, and this is for marketing or hiring, right? So this single message driving my two things. So I'm not doing the multitasking. I'm doing only one thing. So stop multitasking if you want to get the results. If you are doing, if I say I'm coding also, suppose if the people are who are doing coding, if I'm coding also, I'm chatting also, I'm talking also, the kind of a code I will return at the end, it will be totally useless, because the concentration was not there at that point of time. And that's why lots of bugs come once the product deliver, which I strictly say to my team: once you are doing the coding, try to switch off your phones, try to take only calls from the family if it's required, otherwise take no calls, because at that point of time you are giving your 100% focus, and sometimes the distraction comes and total focus gone. At the end, once you see the lots of people, I mean lots of work that you did, you can do in that productive day, you get very less productive output. I mean around 30 minutes. Productive output was around 30 minutes, and you have worked around 8 hours. If you talk about the best people who are doing good in their lives, or who are really successful, I'm talking about the people who are doing really really good, right? They have that this kind of a thing they have planned well. Otherwise, they are not that much successful, right? Stop multitasking, right? Set clear outcomes. What you need. If your outcomes are not clear, whatever the job you are doing, if I say, I have given an example that there should be a laser focus on that glass, right? So that the light which is coming from the sun able to burn that paper, right? If you are not focusing on that paper, that this is the area you want the light should be, so that you get the results. Similarly, if you the clear outcome you don't have, neither you can burn that paper, or neither that energy whatever you are putting from the sun will help you, right? So similarly, you have to be very laser focused what the outcome you need from that service, or whatever the work you are doing, right? Make sense? The third is remove distractions. I mean, all these distractions that are happening, right? You have to remove it. That you can plan, because we are not robots, we are not machines. That you have to plan how you can remove this distraction, because these are the distractions, right? It happens. right? Because once we are in college, that's a different thing. But once you are in a market, right? Once you are in a job, once you are doing your own work, once you are running your own company, you have to justify your working hours, and that to be productive. Nobody going to ask you, right? If you are running, suppose if you are in a job, your manager will ask you, your company owner will ask you, right? But if you are working for yourself, nobody going to ask you. You are the person who will going to justify that. And the people who are getting the success and the people who are getting the results, they are very serious about that. They don't like to get distracted from the multiple things. Make sense? The fourth point is stack winning habits. I mean, just whatever, just read good things, whatever help you to, get to possess something good for your productivity. Just try to get those. If somebody says, I mean, if I am like, uh, sometimes, I mean, this was the when once we were, telling our employees that we want you should return that whatever the plan you are having on our messenger, so that we can see what the plans you have done, what's your plan for the day, right? Earlier that was not recommended, that people come to the office, they start working whatever they we are not sure what they are working, right? So once they start, putting their whatever the plans for the day they are having, we are able to understand what with mindset they have come to the office, right? That's really important. So always, because it's sometimes it's really tough to take good habits, right? We know that it's a good habit, but our the kind of surrounding or the kind of work we are doing, we are not able to follow those things, or we are not comfortable to do those things, right? So we have to come out with all those kind of situations. Make sense? So always having the winning habits, right? Then work with system or a process. If you don't have any kind of a system, right? Trust me, guys, you will not get the results. If you don't make any kind of a process, trust me, you will lose your lots of money. You will waste your lots of money. You will shut down that business, whatever you are running, or you will not get the kind of I would say the kind of a growth you're looking in that job that you are doing, right? So it means that work with a system or a process, right? And the sixth one is outsource the maximum. Maximum. If you are a business owner, just it's my suggestion. Just work on your strength. If you are not good in coding, don't worry. Outsource it. If you are not good in hiring right people, no issues. Outsource it. If you are good in taking the new clients, if you have that kind of a persona, or if you have that kind of a knowledge, just stick to that. That will run your whole business. Whatever you are not good in, don't focus much on that part, right? Just try to improve that part, but don't focus or don't try to do all the things. Just work on your strengths, so that you get the results and you will be happy, because at the end you have a limited number of hours, unlimited number of life as well, and depending upon the kind of a age you are starting your journey in the job or whatever the business you are in. Make sense? So just outsource the maximum things which you are not the expert. Because if you are looking something good from the for your customers, then you have to give the quality, and the quality comes once you do the best in all the sections that the customer will be needed. For the customer, whatever the product is needed from you. Make sense? So this is how you have to plan your activity. This is how uh, you can make your day productive. I don't do coding. I'm running my software company. I don't do coding. Why should I? I can hire the people for the coding, right? So similarly, just think that what you can do the best, so that you can be the productive for that company. You can be productive for your mission. You can be productive for your growth. Hopefully, this session really makes sense to you, right? Because conversions, leads, these are fine, right? But real conversions happens by this formula only, right? If you are talking to 10 clients, right, and you are not concentrating on any of them properly, then you will not get any of the clients, right? You have to identify, you have to put your laser focus on one client and convert that. Make sense? So this is how the conversion beauty is. Conversions, leads is fine. Conversions, I mean, leads is easy, right? You can build. I mean, if you really want to how to generate the leads, I think just go to 2T channel, right? I've already discussed how you can generate the leads. But conversions really need uh, focus. I mean, your focus to that person or whatever the work you are doing, which gives the conversion. Conversions not happen with just playing ads. Lots of money will burn in that, right? The conversions blueprint is right structuring of your ads, strategy of your ads, message, or the person when it's there on that page, he get convinced, right? So this is how you should plan your day, or you should plan your whatever the work you're doing, so that to get the maximum conversion. Now, what the next step? As I said, there are two things. What? Upgrade your skills, which you don't have, you can upgrade, right? And work on your strength, which you have. Because you have to work around 4 to 5 hours. I mean, just make 4 to 5 hours productive. Whatever, suppose you want 10 lakhs per month for you. So just think that how much hours you need to make that 10 lakh, right? So just think on those notes, what you need from you, what the strength you have to play with, what the learnings you have to do for the future, right? And what the maximum thing you have to outsource. This is the beauty. This is only the things make you to grow. I mean, this is only the right formula which help you to grow, right? So the next step is either you are looking to upgrade your skills, if in the digital marketing, right? Step by step, how to build your influence, how to build how if I'm using all these systems, I think right now this stream is working on multiple channels, right? So how these things happen, how these things design, how these things planned, how these things do. This is a step by step course, right? Step by step learning that we have done, right? I mean, the course that I've made. It's not. I'm not saying that in just 5 days you will be the master. It will take around 30 days or maybe more according to your learnings, right? To get this thing done, right? To get this learning done, to get this, I mean, step by step learning for you. I mean, it will be the step by step learning. It's not just a theory, it's a practical, right? Where you will going to learn how to build your online business, how to generate your leads. So it's required to build your setup, the online business setup. So this is a course that I'm having, right? That's cost at $197 as of now. But if you are here, then you have to just apply this coupon code E47. You will get this course at a $47 only. The beauty of this course is if you will stuck, because this is not the course that has been, just we sell the course and the job is done. No, my relationship starts with you guys once you are in my inner circle. Me and my team there to help you on every step. Whether you're stuck while learning all those things, we will help you. You can just mail us. We will reply. You can call us. We will attend your call. Or there's a Friday inner circle webinar also, where you can ask the queries, and I'm happy to help you out and give you the right solution so that you can come out of that. In fact, in this course, my ecosystem like that, you can just type your comment. My team will or me give that answer within 24 hours. So make we will help you to make your setup right, so that you can get the conversions, you can get the right influence from the market, or you get the right influence in the market, right? So this is the step-by-step course. And if you are into some business, you don't want to learn anything as of now. As I said, people can grow if they know what to outsource. right? You don't want to learn. You're not in a learning phase. You want this thing to be done there by this person. I'm concentrating on my business, which is the core. Suppose if you are in a let me take an example. Let me give you a very good example. Suppose you if you are in a parental coaching, right? Parental coaching is not everyone's cup of tea. If you are a chemistry teacher, if you are I mean any kind of a, if you're doing the IS coaching, right? You can't learn the systems like this, right? You don't want to put your energy. You know that this is the right strategies to grow the systems, right? To make your influence in the market. So then you can outsource them, right? You can hire a company or team which will make the complete setup for you, the complete ecosystem for you, and you just focusing on your strengths, because that's a productive hour which will give you the growth, right? So if you want to outsource the things, then the 2T Hub team, they exclusively they work for this kind of a thing, right? They have a team, right? We have a team which works on which is working on five pillars, right? If they are helping you out, they are working on five pillars, and these five pillars, what are they will help you to build your online setup, right? They will help you to generate the quality traffic for you, right? They will help you to give the leads and conversions, right? They will help you to give the copywriting, I mean whatever the content you want, because you can understand once you are starting the online journey, you need all these things, right? The copywriting, and they will help you to build your community. The future, if I say the future of selling, of marketing, is the community base. I think in yesterday at my 9:30 webinar, I've told especially to my audience, the digital tribe, right? Digital community is very necessary to get your influence in the market. If you see, there are lots of Telegram groups in the market which having more than 3 lakhs, oh, I mean 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs users in their community, right? So these five pillars is necessary, guys, to build your influence. Whatever the business you are doing, whether you're doing a coaching business, whether you're doing a software business, whether you're doing any kind of a I would say consulting business, these five pillars, you need a right copywriting, you need to build your community, you need to get the quality leads, you need to generate the quality traffic, and you need to have a system. So this all why the 2T Hub? Because the 2T Hub is an ecosystem, right? 2T Hub are connected with different corporates who are the master of different uh, sections, right? If you are in one of the company, you can connect with us also. We can help you to serve you, right? We can help you to give you the good business. But right now, whatever the partners we are having, they will help you to all these things, right? And you can go to askadi.co/work. And the team which going to help you out is this one. This is a team which will help you to uh, take your dreams closer, whatever the dream you have taken, right? It will help you to get the results, whatever the dream you have planned. So that's why I have mentioned, especially, don't let your dreams be dreams. Take the action. If you want to take the action, either learning, either outsourcing, just this is the right step. If you want, we will there to help you out. Hoping this session really makes sense to you, right? And if you need any help from my team, if you want any kind of a learning from us, any kind of a help from us, you can just write a mail to us. It's admin@2thub.com. You can we will there to help you out. Just we will just I would say one mail away with you, right? And definitely one of my team members will help you out whatever the issues you are having. So this is all I have, guys, and I will meet again on the next Thursday with a good note, because I believe in the marketing is all about strategy rather than playing with tools. Take care. Have a good evening.